So this is my first game with the Harugumo using IFHE instead of some other captain skills I've got. This is a 19-point skipper. We're facing, I believe it is 3 radar boats on the other side. Here's the makeup again real quick. A Missouri, Des Moines, and Worcester for radar on the other side. They have a Gearing, a Khabarovsk, and a Z-46. We have a Shimi, a Harugumo, and a Tashkent for our destroyers. And I'm approaching sea slowly. I'm waiting for my fish to come in and to get an idea where the radar are, since fish are a major component, or torpedoes if you will, of my armament. A lot of skippers tend to look on these boats as just Daka gunboats. They have a tremendous rate of fire. But it also can put 12 fish in the water within 5 seconds using the boost. On real tight maps, you can also get your torpedoes almost immediately by hitting one of your torpedo relaunchers, but you're using one of those. But I've still got like over a minute and a half before I get my my first set of torpedoes in. And I like RDF on my destroyers, but on the Kitakaze and the Harugumo, I have eschewed that and gone for the IFHE instead. That also means I don't have enough points the way I configure things to use Demolition Expert. So instead I use Adrenaline Rush. It gives me a raw reload time of 3 seconds instead of 2.4, also by taking the range module over the reloader. So it's sort of a mixed heavy hitter because of the IFHE. With the extra penetration on these, I can hit the decks of cruisers and battleships and do more damage.
Enemy force detected.
And you'll see that in the results that are at the other end. And oops, just at the last moment I noticed that the Z is right there. I wish I'd seen him just a little sooner, but he's got stealth on me. And we're laying some fire on him. And as you can see, C is pretty busy. Had I gone in hard, I would have gotten probably killed, because the Des Moines, that Z, the other ships in there could have all taken a pop at me. I'm going to take control of the mouse from the replay here. So the Zau's coming up. I now have torpedoes. I'm hoping that that destroyer will put his nose up again. The Republique is down there, and a Missouri. So none of the radars are really close enough that I know of, unless one of them snuck in here, because I've seen 2 of them. I'm going to throw some fish over there, because I've got both the Zau and the Republique conceivably in line. I've hit my reloader. And since they're all nice in that area, if they start wandering around and stuff, and guess what I'm going to do? I am going to pull an Oster and run into this rock. I got too busy, and that is a danger. This thing is a slow turner, and I'm still getting used to the fact that it turns a lot slower than any other destroyer I use. I'm putting up smoke, and I'm going to start lighting up the Zau. Fish are looking good on the Republique. I ought to be able to hit him with some. There we go. So now I've shifted back over to my fire starters. Yeah, it looks like the Missouri might even get some down there. I had a game on this yesterday where I got a double strike doing just this trick. And the Zau's been nice enough to not come all the way in. His guns are the other way. He's a bit broadside. I'm going to lay some AP on him. The other nice thing about the fast rate of fire is you get a fast rate of changing stuff out. The Republique is just about dead, and we're at 76, almost 77,000 damage already. There's the first kill. And I was rearranging myself because I was afraid of those Zhao torpedoes. I'm not going to shoot right now because I've got both those ships close. Even though his guns are the other way, he's working on turning them. Now I am. I'm back in my smoke a bit. And try to get some shots out there. And if I can get spun on the Missouri, maybe get him on fire.
The enemy team has taken the lead.
Bad news is they are getting the caps, so, and I am getting radared. But his guns aren't facing the right way, so I'm going to try to see if I can't do some damage on him while his radar runs down. And avoid the Zhao at the same time, because that Zhao is over there. Actually, let me start getting away, and he's closer to dead. Try to kill him. So we're at roughly 5-6 minutes into the game. We've done 84,000 in damage, a kill, 92 gun hits, and 3 torpedoes. Not a bad start. The trick now is going to be staying alive. Missouri has used his radar. There's the Des Moines. He's far enough away. I'm out of probably radar range. There's the Worcester. So I know where all 3 radar boats are now. But they are also hanging on to these caps. I'm going to see if I can't put the Missouri out of his misery. Send him back to port. I've just about got smoke again. It's pretty risky for him to have me sitting here, having burned his radar at this range. And let's see here. Do I want to duck to him? I don't know. I'm going to wait and see. I may just take him out with these torpedoes. They're looking pretty good for it. Because he's turning. He's going to hit 2 there. Yeah, he didn't even make it to the second set of torpedoes. So there's our second kill. 128,000 in damage. We still haven't hit the 10-minute mark in the game. So what I am finding as the real key to this boat is a somewhat cautious approach. You really don't handle quite like a destroyer. That Z doesn't have my rate of fire, but he has 127 millimeter guns that hit pretty hard. He has hydro. The 23 has 150s that can be running with his hydro. So, but we have to get caps now. They have an advantage in ships, and they have an advantage in caps. We're about to get if we let them get C. Both those radar boats are getting somewhat close, so I'm not going to rush in. If I rush in and they pop radar, there's the Des Moines. He is now in radar range, and he has me detected. So I'm going to hold off on my smoke, because if he pops radar, it's going to be worthless anyway. I'm angling. This is a rough spot right here. This is probably the most dangerous point just about in the game. And there is the Z coming back. Let's see if I can take him out. I'm on fire. And he's getting behind the rock. Fortunately, I did angle against the torpedoes. I'm out of radar range. I'm about to get my torpedoes back. I don't think the Z, even with me a bit weak, with his health left, is going to want to come back and contest me real hard. And we do have, take the mouse again for a second, we do have an Iowa over there keeping him in sight and chasing him down. So hopefully he'll kill him. They have us on points, but we've taken out some ships. It's a good start, but we have to get another cap. Now they're leading again. Somehow that Z is still, no, he's not. Started to say he was still alive, but he isn't. Warship is weak. We just lost the Iowa, unfortunately, so we are now down over 100 points. But we're going to have 2 caps shortly.
All forces, capture that area.
Don't have smoke, and I'm in range of that Warships guns.
Engine boost deactivated.
Except that won't make any difference now. Good job to our Des Moines. Their remaining ships are pretty much all sitting over on the A side. So that's where I'm going to head as soon as I cap. Right now I'm trying to decide if I'm going to go up high or come straight through on A. Because again, I have torpedoes and they're lined up. Okay, now we got a cap. We just lost our Moskva. So that's not good. What have they got left for ships? They have the Cobb, the Gearing, the Neptune, the Amagi, and the Montana. We've got the Harugumo, the Seattle, the Hindenburg, Des Moines, Yamato. And what do our boats look like? Des Moines in pretty good health. Seattle's at half health. Yamato is down to 24,000 and it's taken fire. Good chance we're going to lose the Yamato. So it is still down. There's air up there. Might just turn my AA off. And there is the Montana. We now have the cap advantage, but they've still got a point advantage. We'll start building that back. We only have 1 destroyer. Now, one of their destroyers is a Khabarovsk, so that's not really a stealthy destroyer. Very good boat, but not really a destroyer. I'm going to see if I can't do some serious damage right here. I'm going to probably be spotted by that air. I've got smoke. I am detected, taking my guns off. I do have reasonable AA, and I'm assuming that Montana is going to start angling away against my fish. So I'm holding my fire, not even targeting him at the moment. Let him think I'm running away.
Smoke generator started.
And there's my smoke. Didn't want him to have a real good line on me in case his guns, which they are, they're pointed straight at me. Alright, 1 set of fish. Gonna set him on fire. I don't think he's gonna be able to back up in time. He's sitting still. He made 3 of those fish. So I'm holding that second bank. Nope, looks like 2. Unfortunately, no. Wow, Confederate. Okay, I'll take that. I got 2 in him. Is the flood running? No. Alright, I'm going to come up. That's why I ran up before, too. And let's put a second set of fish down. I don't think he can run from those. And try to get turned around and back behind my smoke again. It's going to be hard to get where he can't see me, but alright, he's shot. Those hurt, but he's going to eat one of those. I can get a fire on him, then may kill him. There we go. High caliber. Come on, fire. Is he flooding? Looks like he's flooding. Those are close enough. He may not have the party. And I'm still spotted. Not good, because I'm down to a little under 4,000, and I've got a Khabarovsk and the Gearing and the Amagi. I'm not going to have fish again anytime soon. Another 54 seconds before I have any hope of it. But is he going to die on me? I hope so. Yes. All right. So I am going to cut south and try to come back in and cap A and stop their points altogether. This game is still really close. Those fish are on the Des Moines. I think he'll avoid them.
Torpedoes astern.
So this game is still a tense number. And that battleship is not dead yet, so that Des Moines is out there in the open facing those ships. We actually have... We've got an advantage now on points. Hopefully we can hold that and build on it.
Engine boost.
All right. I'm getting close to fish again. And the Neptune is down. Des Moines got him. Come around and start capping A. We're looking pretty good for a win. As long as Des Moines doesn't eat any of those fish, I'm going to work on that Amagi. See if I can get a fourth kill. We're starting to land. Yes! We're getting the cap.
Smoke screen set.
Now, looks like we have turned this around. Just under 237,000 damage.
Our victory is in sight.
High caliber Confederate. And I will post the results right after this game is done. And I'm asking if we got any radar, because we still have that gearing somewhere, but our Seattle's telling me he is out. There's the gearing. And the Caballeros just took out the Seattle. There's still an off shot that these destroyers could not anymore. The gearing's dead. So it's down to the Caballeros.
Boost activated.
You know, as long as we don't all three die in the next minute or so, we got a victory here. Hope you enjoyed this game, and subscribe. Feel free to leave comments. And I should be building a video soon comparing the different builds on the Kitakaze and the Harugumo, because they can make a real difference both in how you play them and in the results you get. In the results, I'll show how many of these were pens versus shatters or over pens. And I do notice a difference. I've gone back and forth on IFHE a couple of times on this boat. I've pretty much consistently run it on the Kitakaze. So there's trade-offs between fire and amount of damage you do and everything else. But I'm coming to the conclusion that the IFHE makes a real difference on both these boats. Anyway, it was a fun game. And not going to be much more to this. We'll see you out there. So here are our battle results. We did 237,000 in damage, had 248 gun hits. Of those, 199 were pens. We did 9 torpedo strikes, shot down 1 airplane, 2 incapacitations, 4 kills, 4 fires, 7 floods, a solo cap, an assisted cap, 4 spottings. We managed to get a devastating strike, Confederate and high caliber. We came in second. Des Moines actually did more damage or something than we did. Hats off to him. And detail report, we did 91,008 to the Montana. Of that, 3 were torpedoes for 46,000. The Missouri We did 61-4 of that 17 was in floods, 4 torpedo strikes. The Republique, we did 48,005. 2 of those were torpedoes. The Amagi, 1984. The Zhao, 12.5. The Des Moines, 10.7. And the Z, 7200. We almost managed to get a kill on him, and we had one other time we almost got one. We could have gotten a Kraken. That would have been nice. And we needed another 13,000 odd to get a Wither. That would have really been slick. Um, and credit-wise, wasn't a bad moneymaker. This is an expensive ship to run. If you put premium consumables, that's 90,000 all by itself. But even with that, we took home 391,000 in silver, 7834 in ship XP. Of course, it's a tier 10, so that doesn't really do that much. But we did have Azula Hotel up, so it gave us 10,000 in command XP because we've made this a 19-point skipper. And we have 2,800 in free XP. A rewarding game altogether and fun. We wish you'd subscribe. Feel free to leave comments, and we'll see you out there.